Yo, testing. Alright, yo, let's see. Testing. Yo, okay. Does this work? Can anyone hear me? Why the fuck? Alright, I bet no one is even listening anyway. Alright. Anyway. I have been traveling throughout the YouTube scape to this particular issue that has been happening in said YouTube scape. Fair use. Where the fuck is it? Why isn't it respected? Why is it that no one is giving a shit about it or even respecting it? Why is it like being swept off the floor or being stepped over? What is with all these cease and desists? Why is there so many butthurt companies slapping content creators who just like to do things inspired by whatever it is that they grew up with? You know, I'm just saying, man. You know, these companies are really butthurt. They're really, yeah. I'm just saying, man. Wow. That's okay. That was weird. Okay. Where the fuck did I go? Oh yeah. Fair use. Okay. Why? What is going on? All right. Several YouTube channels or artists or whatever, these peoples who live off the YouTube money, all right, and seriously, what does YouTube currency look like? I don't fucking know. Is it a Y? No, wait, hold up, that's yen. Whatever, never mind. Okay. Nostalgia critic, the Totoro incident. Studio Ghibli really let him have it with a cease and desist. And he also got slapped by a strike. He had to message YouTubes a bunch of times in order to lay off that strike and all that, you know? Just, yeah, okay. Hopefully he gets settled. Well, I'm not really hoping, but, whatever. Great, now I sound like a dick. Okay, alright, Doug, I really hope you really get things settled. You go back to whatever it is that you do. Okay, damn it. Great, now I sound like even more of a jerk or so. God damn it! Okay, you know what? Let's move on. Alright. Josh Scorcher. Fuck that guy. I don't even like him anyway. No. I'm not bullshitting. I don't like him. Alright? Okay? It's simple. I don't like him. As for my reasons, that'll be for another time. And either way, those are personal. So, and if he doesn't like me, then that's fine. The feeling is mutual. I don't have to like you. But that doesn't mean I bear malice. Alright? His My Little Pony reviews. Well, reviews on My Little Pony episodes. He doesn't review every episode, just the ones that his subscribers keep constantly messaging for him to do. Like all the time. Anyway, he gets slapped by Hasbro for a cease and desist, and I will admit, that probably happened like a super long time ago, and all of that, and he settled it. He was able to get his videos back, but the problem is, because this fair use tension is really at an all-time high, Hasbro might take advantage and slap Josh again, and really threaten him to remove his videos. So yeah, Hasbro's gonna ride that fair use tension so they can really get like publicity. I don't know. All right. Ever since they lost I want to say they shut down the Hub Network. Nah, I'm not into them. No. Transformers Prime. Fuck yeah. Transformers Prime was my one reason for liking Hasbro and the Hub Network. Well, My Little Pony. Okay, yeah, whatever. Anyway, Josh. He's also in danger because of his My Little Pony reviews. In my opinion, I honestly wouldn't even care. Or something like that. Alright? He's a big boy. He knows how to fight. Fair use. Well, he knows how to exercise it respectfully. Well, somewhat. I will admit, he did have rant moments when it comes to what the fuck moments in his reviews. Like, say, he didn't understand something, he didn't get it, so he's ranting, popping off like a goddamn maniac. Some episodes he did like, but the reason why he's at risk is because of the said episodes of which he did lose his cool and was a bit unprofessional at the moment and gave, I don't want to say bad reviews, but okay reviews. But Hasbro, I bet they're really super sensitive fucks. They'll probably paint a different story on it and say, this dude is unprofessional, alright? He doesn't know what he's doing. He is just backlashing and slandering My Little Pony in general, which is why we are asking and demanding for him to pull down his videos and blah blah blah. So yeah, that's what Hasbro will do. They'll paint a different picture on Josh's case. All right. Now, Mark Haynes, the Alvin Earthworm guy. Nintendo slaps him with a cease and desist for his Super Mario Bros. Z series, which, by the way, one episode. But you want to know what I just realized? Okay, here's something that really kind of bugs me, or irritates me for that matter. In fact, you know what? This kind of does piss me off. And it's not just because I'm super biased. I honestly wouldn't even give a fuck what happens. But let's try analyzing this statistically. Super Mario Bros. Z is how old, I believe? I want to say more than 5 years old. Alright, it started out as a Newgrounds project, and I believe it was released at around 2008, 2009, I believe. So I want to say 6 to 7 years. 7, okay? 7 is a lucky number. I want to go with that. Okay, 7 years. That's how old Super Mario Bros. Z is. And Nintendo just now decided and realized, holy shit, this guy's been using our content. Let's slap him with a cease and desist. It's like, what? You just realized that now? Like, you decided now to notice? Like, what the fuck, man? Talk about lag and lazy. So yeah, Alvin got hit really hard with a cease and desist, and now he has to stop making a Super Mario Bros. Z. It wasn't because of his old boots, and because, you know, that was probably crap. Well, he himself admitted it, alright? If the creator himself admits that his own work is crap, it's crap. So, that's a confession from him. Hence, the reboot. He wanted to rebirth it. Remake it. Destroy it and remake it. From its remains. Cast into the birthing pits. A new form was shaped, and thus Super Mario Bros. Z was reborn. with better fighting animation inspired by the late Monty Oum, God rest his soul. No, seriously, God rest his soul, Monty Oum. Alright, I like Ruby, but I don't like the community. I don't like the fan base. Fuck the fan base with its fucking bullshit ships. Alright? And Rooster Teeth actually encourages it. I fucking love ships! The kind that upsets me with nothing about the series! You can tell I am not reading a script. I'm going off script. That's how you know I'm being real. Alright? I don't do these with a script. I do these off script. It allows me to be myself without having to lie. I just want you to remember that. Now, back to Super Mario Bros. Z. Nintendo is super sensitive and butthurt. But to be fair, Alvin did post a tweet about fucking Nintendo and all that, but what? Okay, fuck Nintendo. It was like, wow, Nintendo gets super butthurt, so they say, wow, you're saying that to us, Alvin? Well, guess what? We're gonna slap you with a cease and desist. Now your series is canceled. You want to say fuck you to us again? Yeah, well, fuck you too, man. That's basically Nintendo's response to Alvin. It's like, but my problem is which came first, the cease and desist or the fuck you tweet? I don't know. All right, I didn't pay attention to the timestamp, but I will say this: the cease and desist is not about the fuck you tweet. It's about the Super Mario Bros. Z series itself. So that is basically the main issue. Now, what is the driving point of my examples and my temporary rampancy? Okay, I'm really sorry. Anyway, the driving point of my examples is this: fair use is dead and or dying. No one respects, well, I want to say the original content creators, like said, look, you know what, let me try example. Wait, I already used examples. Okay. These big wig companies no longer respect fair use. Fair use is dead to them. Fair use does not exist in multi-billion-dollar companies. They are super sensitive about the content they share, and they believe that no one holds the right to use them. Well, here's a good question. What is the point of releasing said content to the public if we're not allowed to use them because of inspiration? Because we love the content that these companies produce. We wanted to make things that drew inspiration from said content. That's actually what fair use is. Now, just in case you want to have a definitive breakdown, it's this. Fair use means that fair use is one person uses the content of the original owner as long as the original owner is credited for said content's usage. That's basically what fair use is. As long as we compensate the original owner, whether it be through publicity, like say we mention, give thanks to the dude or dudette of the content that we used, or through or through like monetary compensation, like money, something like that. All right. As long as the original owner of said content is credited, it is defined as fair use. Fair use is also extremely exercised through parodies and satires. Unfortunately, the problem is said owners of said content get really sensitive, or they just want to do publicity stunts. Like say it's not fair, this dude is getting attention even though that is our thing that he's using. Yeah, well, guess what? We're gonna slap him with a cease and desist so that he can stop. All right, stop using our stuff, man. That's basically what it is. All right. Now let us try this in the reversed. Okay, just roll with me with the reversed scenario. Nintendo tries to make Super Mario Bros. Z. Well, to do that, they would have to collaborate with Sega and Akira Toriyama. I want to guess and say he's the creator of Dragon Ball Z. He does write all the manga and all that stuff. Okay. Yeah. I think that's it. Okay, Akira Toriyama. Yeah. Okay. Nintendo would have to collaborate with Akira Toriyama and Sega, because Super Mario Bros. Z is basically a crossover between Mario and Sonic, and some elements that drew inspiration from Dragon Ball Z, particularly the Dragon Ball Z-ish story arc and the fight choreography. That's basically what it is. It uses the Dragon Ball Z formula, hence Super Mario Bros. Z. Nintendo would have to collaborate with Sega and Akira Toriyama. And I want to say Nintendo and Sega are not in good terms. Well, I want to say as a gray area. They did Mario and Sonic cross-ups, but those were for the Olympic Games, and those really sold for better or worse. All right, I want to say that, but that's the problem. Nintendo can't do it. All right, Nintendo can't do Super Mario Bros. Z. One, Super Mario Bros. Z is a web series. It's not a video game. And Nintendo only does video games. So how would they ever make a web mini-series that... I have no fucking clue. Okay. Two, if it was made into a video game, the console, would it be for console, like the main home ones you keep at home, or handhelds you can play it on the go? The answer is no. Because of the intensity and like holy shit, the fights are so fucking awesome that Mark Haynes really put in Super Mario Bros. Z, there's no way Nintendo can ever mimic that. Never. No. because Nintendo is a family-friendly company. There is no way they would even support such violence. They would have to tone it down. And Dragon Ball Z is all about violence. Dude, it's about Super Saiyans and fights and blood and people actually dying, whether it be through dismemberment or blowing up. You honestly believe Nintendo would encourage and support that shit? The answer is no. So yeah, Nintendo can't do Super Mario Bros. Z. And if they did, it would suck. It would get at most a rated T rating. And guess what? That is the same rating as some of the Call of Duty games from the early days. Until it later received a rated M rating because of its blood and killing people and pow 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 pow, pew 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 pew, grenade. Yeah, that's Call of Duty. Yeah, Call of Duty, and 12-year-olds and 13-year-olds play it. Wow. Yeah, I'm starting to. I kind of wonder if Nintendo has even noticed. All right. Yeah, Nintendo is family friendly, therefore they can't do Super Mario Bros. Z. And if they did, it sucked. Alright, simple as that. That's the reason why the fans would do that. We do, well, they, yeah, I want to say they. Animators, content creators, they create that drew inspiration from the very things they grew up with. And it is publicity for the owners of said content. That's what Super Mario Bros. Did. It publicized Nintendo's and Sega's mascots. So why the fuck should Alvin even deserve a cease and desist? If anything, he should deserve an award for making the best holy shit series of all time. Well, I don't want to sugarcoat it, but that's basically what he did with Nintendo and Sega's mascots. He meshed them both together in a story arc that works. Somewhat. And Nintendo is butthurt about it? That is actually where I draw the line, and that is exactly why I consider particular companies to be stupid. They slap particular content creators with cease and desists, but they don't even find legitimate reasons for it. These content creators are not violating the fair use policy. They are not claiming said content as their own works. So, how the fuck is it a violation of the fair use policy? That is precisely why I call these companies stupid. And why I support the fuck Nintendo tweet. Nintendo is so far being sensitive, butthurt children. And they basically deserve the big fuck you for being immature. The same goes for each and every other company that slaps content creators with cease and desist, who exercise the fair use policy and stay in its rules. If companies are gonna get sensitive and butthurt about their contents being used, then they should just stop. They should just stop creating content. They should just stop. And that's it. It's not like we were expected to like their shit anyway. We did it because we did love it. We drew inspiration from the things we grew up with, and we create based on what we grew up with. Companies do not hold, or they do not hold, they do not have, they do not possess, and in general, they don't deserve, they don't have the right to slap cease and desists. Companies don't have the authority to slap cease and desists to content creators that obey the fair use policy. And that's it. In my eyes, said content creators should just appreciate that their content is being recognized and acknowledged for its existence. Such audience, such fans, such communities don't deserve to be slapped by cease and desists. The more cease and desists incidents that said content creators cause, the more disrespect they're gonna get. And then eventually, the fans will no longer give a shit. And they will just move on. Maybe finally get laid. Because like I said, we don't have to give a shit for said content. We don't have to care about these companies. But because they had a major influence in our childhoods, we owe it to them. But they owe us in return. In my opinion, the fair use policy should never be swept off the floor. It should never die. It should be enforced, and it should be exercised. There are content thieves who specifically publish said content as ripoffs of the originals. Thieves are the ones who deserve the cease and desist and deserve to be terminated. That is the whole point of fair use. Now, why is it that I should give a shit? Why should I care what happens to these YouTube channels who get slapped by cease and desist? Well, I honestly don't. I don't have to. Have they ever batted their eyes to me? The answer is no. Have they ever gave a shit about what I put on YouTube? No, they don't. Have they ever gave a shit about what I like? No, they don't. Do they care about what I plan to do in the future? No, they don't. Do they care about the future of my channel? No, they don't. Do they care about what they want? Do they care about what I want to do in life? No, they don't. Do they care that I want to voice act? No, they don't. Do they care that I want to animate? No, they don't. Do they care that I want my life to mean something? No, they fucking don't! But there is a benefit to being a lowly, minuscule YouTube channel, artist, content, whatever. Because I'm not racking in a total of 100 views per video, I'm strictly under the radar. No company would even care what I do because I'm no threat. I monetize my videos, but I'm not making much in the first place. Therefore, I'm no threat to these companies, and they probably don't even bother to slap me with a cease and desist, and they'll probably see me as a waste of time. They're mostly after the very cream of the crop, the elite YouTube channels. Those are the ones said companies go for. The big, juicy, elite content channels that rack in all of the money. Or I want to say 60% while YouTube keeps the 40%. That's basically what these companies are going after. The channels that review their content and they rack in a whole lot of views. The channels in which some dude animates a whole bunch of stuff that drew inspiration from said content. The channels that play the games of said content. Those are the particular channels that these bigwig companies target to slap with cease and desists. Hasbro did it to Main 6, but then Lauren Faust salvaged Fighting is Magic, and then them's Fighting Herds. Because Lauren Faust created My Little Pony in the first place, well, Friendship is Magic, Hasbro couldn't do anything about it because of the creator herself. The creator was supporting the fighting game projects. That's the reason why Hasbro couldn't do anything about it. And that's what I like. The creator herself backing up this team of programmers and coders, basically this team of game designers that is making a fighting game that drew inspiration from My Little Pony Fighting is Magic. That is why Lauren Faust has my respects. She's backing up this troop of dedicated fans. That's what I love and respect. The creator helping out the fans, the very people that supported her from the ground up. Lauren Faust has my respects. Nintendo doesn't. Alright? So that's it. Alright? Now, do I have any advice to give to these YouTube channels or peoples or whatever, viewers, whoever is even watching this video? The one advice I can give is, I want to say, stop. Just roll with me on this. If the content creator is slapping with a cease and desist, you actually do it. And why is that? Reverse psychology. Stop giving them attention, and they will eventually come crawling back to you. Reverse psychology can actually help, given the situation. Alright? But if you're a lowly, minuscule YouTube channel, then you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Alright? Alright, if you want to keep doing whatever it is that you want to do, go ahead. those companies won't care because you're unpopular. But that's actually the benefit. You're under the radar. All right? You are safe from cease and desist because you are not racking in all the viewers. That is your advantage. You are under the radar. You are invisible. You are but a silhouette. And that is your advantage. I will admit, it sucks being a lowly person. It sucks being unimportant. It fucking rages and really upsetting that you're unimportant. But that's the advantage. You're basically immune. So savor your immunity. And watch these elites suffer. And that's what I'm going to do. That is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit back and watch these elite YouTube channels suffer. All right? And if they were able to get this far without being slapped with a cease and desist from the very beginning, then I'm sure they'll be able to handle whatever mess they're in. Alright? Josh Scorcher, Mark Haynes, Anime Paradise, Nostalgia Critic, all these other elite YouTube channels, they'll be able to get out of their funks. They will survive. But they still have to suffer. Because it's the journey. And that's it. That is my 2 cents on fair use, among other things. Yeah, that's basically it. That's it. That's all I gotta say. I don't have to say anything else. Alright? Alright? Go. Alright? Alright, you probably have to go watch some honest trailers or watch more Nostalgia Critic reviews or watch more whatever. Alright, go continue supporting these other elite YouTube channels and pay no attention to me, because Lord knows you've already been doing that. Alright? I bet no one has even watched this goddamn video. Alright? Alright, simple as that. Just go. Get the fuck out. Alright? I'm out.